Okay, so this is a job for FGS. We got this built. It's 6.2 meters long by 2.4 meters wide with the awning and veranda. It's 2.5 meters. Everything's been built in-house, the panels, the furniture, everything. Then there was the electricians, then there was all the steel work and all the aluminium work. So it was a whole team, and we achieved something which is a unique build. Hasn't been seen in the world before, and you will see later on, you'll see a walkthrough with explanations. So that's all fiberglass, highly insulated. The outside skin is shotgun proof, which is an important thing when you go bush bashing. So if you wipe something off, the cab stays good. If you come around the back, so that's the veranda. Then in the back we have, on this side here, we have the laundry. And it has actually the laundry chute, which you can open up from the inside and then just drop your laundry down into it. Of course it's got lights because the auto electricians could do it. Then here in the back we've got the bike rack, which is driven up by a winch and then heavily locked. And then if you look in through the back here, you see the electrician's job, which is an 8 kilowatt inverter and everything Victron, of course. We don't muck around. Then on this side here, if you open up in here, you actually have the diesel heater up in the top, diesel tank. Then you have your water pump with the accumulator, you have your filters for your drinking water, you have underneath the bed, you have 730 liters of fresh water. And then of course in front of the bed, further forward of the bed, you have that. And then of course everywhere where possible is little toolboxes. And then as you go from through here, you actually have then the grey water tank, which you have a tap here to open it up. So the water will come out, and that connects to a hose, so you can actually put it where it needs. Fuel. Unidan rebuilt this truck from a wrecker, and it's a 6x6 central tire inflation, 366 engine, 8-speed forward and reverse, working group and overdrive. And yeah, so if you look at all of it, it's not a bad build.
Yeah, g'day, Zach here from ZWF Maryborough. We've teamed up with FGS Composites to manufacture the foundation of this build. They brought to us this 6x6 cab chassis Unimog, which we basically come up with the design, CAD drew the tray, so that it can go to its full limits with its flex, but also be as low as we can possibly get it. We've also made this tray to be heavy enough to take 8 tons worth of machinery on the back, and also incorporated a lift on, lift off headboard, which obviously isn't on it now with the camper, but that's to protect the back of the cab as such when you've got machinery on. Back over here, we've got a pull-out walkway with this handrail system, and also a ladder system which can be split in half for compact storage. And this ladder, the way it clips in, we've made it go around anywhere on the truck in the coaming rail, so for easy accessibility around any boxes or anything else they need to get to. Underneath the slide out walkway, when it all packs up, we've made it all go into this box down here, which basically has enough room in the bottom of it. It's been built strong enough to take chains and dogs for when he puts his machinery on. Then we've also incorporated these rails which come out and they support this platform that FGS has manufactured, and yeah, that's pretty much our side of the build.
G'day, I'm Harley from Just the Tip Welding and Fabrication. We've got this Unimog here. After we got all the tray fabbed up from ZWF Maryborough, we hooked up some under tray toolboxes at the back here. All custom fabbed around some container pins. Nice storage with a shelf up the top. They're exactly the same on both sides. And then after that, we moved on to a bike rack at the back to carry some electric bikes and possibly some firewood. It all folds up with a winch, and carry a bit of weight on the back, lightweight, so we're not too far overloaded. And then we went to a fold down veranda with some aluminium handrails and some lock-in top rails, so nothing will fall down. And around the other side, we went to a grey water tank for all the water system. So this is a 90 litre grey water tank that plumbs straight up into the sink with everything. And we also have a drain down the bottom to go into a grey water pit when it's all full. Everything matches the fuel tanks and everything, so all the lines look pretty close as they can get. And then we've done a couple of guards and that for the solar panels up top. So if he's going through the scrub, he doesn't take the solar panels out with some trees and that. And yeah, it's definitely been a big build. Excited to do another one if we get one, so stay tuned for that.
It's me again from FGS. So we start at the back again, laundry chute with a 2.6 kilowatt washing machine in the bottom. So that is handy when you bring your laundry, you can just chuck it in there, ideal. Then on the other side of the bed we have, of course up top we have the wardrobes, we have fans, and then on the other side we have a diesel heater, and the little switch on the side is actually to keep the water pump switched on or off, so if you're a bit concerned. Then in underneath here we got the 6 batteries, then we got 730 litres of fresh water, and then behind the 730 litres of fresh water is all the electrics, which you will see later on. Then here we've got, of course, we've got the microwave, which will rise and lower. Rise and lower. You've seen the table and chairs and things, the table and benches. Then we have a Fisher & Paykel induction cooktop, just 2 burner, which is better than the 4 because you've got more room. Then we have a Miele pyrolytic oven, also fully programmable. Of course, drawers everywhere for storage, even underneath here. And all the drawers are actually on cam locks, so they never rattle. They never rattle. And then in underneath, down below here, we actually have a 40 litre hot water system, also electric. And then we've got the pots and pans room. Fridge freezer. Up above it is again storage and some access to the plumbing for the shower. Then up in here we have our converters from 24 down to 12 volt, and as you can see the electricals have been done to perfection. Then of course over the cooking we needed a range hood, and the range hood actually comes up, and the range hood fan comes here because we wanted the least possible area of dust ingress. And then of course a Air Max fan, which is an automatic one, rainproof, one of the best things. Then of course the Dometic air conditioner works a treat, hot or cold. Power points, you name it, they're everywhere. And then just on this side here you have an 100 litre Engel freezer, and up here you've got your electronics panel, lights everywhere. They can be switched from white to Mozzie screen or both of them, so you can create your lighting you want. Then as we go further forward, you have a compost toilet. The shower room itself has an 800 by 800 millimeter shower with the curtain, which we just hung up because of transport reasons and so forth. We're just getting ready to transport it down.
I'm Ross Anderson from Aquagold Consulting. First got me involved with the build of this camper with some of the technical issues that they were facing with some of the unique design features. So what I did was work with them here on the table and the seat so that it can slide backwards and forwards, and it also has the ability to lock out in position so they can move it so they can access the bed. The other one was, as an example, was the lift top microwave oven out of the bench top. and then using, as I'm a tool maker by trade, used my finishing skills to help with some of the finesse, putting in the oven, the fridge and the freezer as an example of some of the finer work that we've done, and then worked around some of the other design features. So one of the ones we come up with was the this here, where it's a laundry chute, so they can put their dirty laundry down.
Hi, I'm Todd from Loyalty Auto Electrics. In this camper here, this Victron controls everything, allows you to manage, turn on inverters, watch the solar that's coming in, the vehicle charge, and any accessories going out. We've put LED lighting throughout. It's changeable from amber to clear. Being a 24 volt system, we had to run reducers, 12 volt for purely the 12 volt circuits in the system, as we couldn't get 24 volt for all options. Even down to the microwave, having a 12 volt actuator.
G'day, I'm Dan from Loyalty Auto Electrics. Down the business end, we've got fans either side, we've got reading lights, LED strip lights throughout the whole camper. Diesel heater as mentioned, we've got a swing out TV. Down this end we've got the full Victron setup, it's running the whole show. We've got the 2 DC-DCs charging off the vehicle. We've got 2 kilowatts of solar on the roof going through the solar controller to maximise the amount of charging we're getting. We're running with the 8,000 watt inverter charger, runs all the gear. We've got the smaller inverter just for the CPAP machine and other bits and pieces. The servo is basically the brains of the whole thing, talking to the screen, letting the customer know what's happening with all the electrical side of things.
Supplying this off-grid system is 6 200 amp 24 volt batteries, lithium, that run 120 square doubled to these bus bars, as you can see up here. We then supply this inverter, and that powers the oven, the air conditioning, and all the bigger 240 stuff that needs supplying up there. We've got 2,000 watts of solar that come through this MPPT solar regulator here, and then these are individually circuit ran DC-DC chargers that supply from the truck, so if one fails you've still got a backup supplying. Over this side we've got everything. The fuse holders is circuit protected again. Once it gets past the bus bars, then we've got some smaller circuits to go away. These fans here automatically turn on and off. Set temperatures to keep everything nice and cool.
On the back we've got some high clearance tail lights, 2,500 pound winch. We've got some LED tray lights and clearance markers down the sides of the tray.